Hello everybody and welcome back to Farm Boys Racing. Today we are currently getting snow outside. Unfortunately for us, we were not able to go racing last weekend due to some vehicle complications. Not this puppy, but the tow rig. So today we are doing some upgrades on my car. I have acquired some MSD parts, finally. I bought a lump amount of parts. Some of the parts we're not going to be able to use, but we're going to finally be hooking up the MSD box to this car today, hopefully. At the moment, what we're doing is installing. I've got the box mounted in the car firmly with some rubber bushings back in behind it. At least we have a total rev limiter, which is set at 6,000 for this 350. We are going to have to buy another chip to change the rev limiter to 6,600 for the 400 small block, but we'll be able to get some of this stuff done. I will be showing you how we're going to do this on the MSD wiring stuff for an HEI distributor. To do this yourself for the MSD2 HEI distributor, you will need the 8861 MSD wiring harness for the distributor. It plugs into your 4-pin module and it just runs a green and purple wire. You will also need the cable to connect it to the box itself, which is 8860. This is your wire that will extend from your distributor to the box. So the next thing you're going to need to do when wiring up your MSD box to your HEI distributor is figure out where your wires are going. This needs to go to your 12-volt key on ignition, which for me happens to be my orange ignition switch right there, which powered my HEI distributor. I've unplugged it from the HEI distributor and stripped the wire back, and I'm going to hook it to my red. This is your coil ground, your black wire, and your orange wire is your coil positive. The white wire is not used for this. In this iteration, they say tape it off. Your tack wire needs to go into the side of the box. If you have one like this, the newer boxes have a gray wire that comes out. So your newer boxes do not require that, which is a soft touch GM rev limiter. I am running it because that's what comes with the box. But for anybody else's other purposes that you may be trying to do what I am doing, try to find a 6AL box or a 6AL digital box. They are a much better, easier design that comes with a wiring harness. So now we are just going to crimp some wires on, and I'm going to get the wires ran to the distributor, and I will show you where to plug this up into your distributor. We have our old distributor out. I am going to steal our rotor button off of this distributor and put my red rotor button on this distributor just to keep my lockout kit in place. This is in fact a lockout kit that you can buy from Speedway Motors or any sort of racing store. My clips are missing, but the lockout kit does the same thing as welding it, and it works flawlessly. I have not had a problem out of this. I am just wanting to keep this around in case of something happens at the racetrack and I have to do a quick repair. An HEI distributor is 2 wires. So now, all we need to do is take our distributor and install it into the engine. So I have my cap out of the way. I have a handful of spark plug wires disconnected. I am now going to take my distributor and set it down here where it's supposed to go. And I'm going to try and align my distributor back where it's supposed to go. Now, last but not least, your red needs to go to the positive on the cap, and that's replacement for your wires coming from the base of the distributor. I will show it on a diagram now. So now all we got to do is throw the timing light on it, fire it up, and we will see if this MSD box works. So, now you know how to install an MSD box for yourself. When I was revving up the engine, I noticed that it was two-stepping at 5,200 RPM, which is really odd for this thing because it's always had this problem. It should not two-step at 5,200 RPM. I figured it out. My brand new chip for the MSD box was bad. I pulled the chip, runs great, revs perfect, doesn't two-step, but now I don't have a rev limiter. So now I'm going to go and buy a new one. So if you have an older style MSD box, like mine, and it starts two-stepping at weird RPMs, pull your chip and see if it still works. If not, if you pull your chip and you're still having problems, it's the box. If you pull the chip and it works fine, it's the chip. Thank you to my boss for calling me and helping me figure this out because I was really concerned there for a minute. it is ready to go for whenever we're able to go racing, whenever this snow stops. Have a good one, guys.
You good?